Welcome to Lunch Break Tarot. I'm Jolene, and if this video has found you, there's a message in it you're supposed to hear at this time, big or small. So trust the timing. And when something I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. Hope you're doing well. Sorry I missed yesterday's upload. I was actually busy having fun. Hard for me to do readings when I'm hanging out with people. So I need to be prepared for that and sometimes double up the readings because I don't want to miss. I really don't want to miss. I want to be here for y'all. All right. By the way, somebody asked who my favorite tarot readers are, and I will let you know in this order. It's Christy Thompson. Okay, we got Page of Cups. So that's fun. Somebody's offering a heartfelt connection or an apology. We'll clarify and get more out of it in a bit. Anyway, Christy Thompson, and then Tarot with Michelle, and Gemstone Tarot, and Illust Illuminator. Only one of those guys is in America, and that's Tarot with Michelle. They're all awesome, super awesome, and I pretty much live for them. I watch tarot every single day. There's some other, I used to watch Moonlight Guidance a long time ago, but I don't actually, I think she's more of a showy tarot reader. She does it, she would be like at a circus, like a fortune teller at a circus. And she's great if you just need positive affirmations. I don't actually believe in her fortune telling ability. I think the cards are always right, but I kind of think she focuses more on being showy than being accurate. Anyway, we've got Justice. Okay, so could be coming to an agreement with someone, signing a contract. And then we got Ten of Pentacles. So with the goal of building a future, a long-term future. Okay, we got Page of Cups. So someone is in your ether and you are discussing the terms of an arrangement that would set both of you up for long-term stability. So whether that is romantic, Page of Cups, it's not necessarily romantic. Okay, we've got the Chariot. And so that is that it will be a success. Anyway, could be a creative endeavor, or you could have a tenant for a rental property. This is me being general and broad, but eventually I'm going to pick a position, and usually I pick romance because that's fun. Usually in a movie, even if there are business partners or tenants involved, the story usually revolves around love or bro-ship. Okay, and we have the Knight of Pentacles too, and that is my first layer, and so I will go one layer deeper at least. All right, so we've got the Page of Cups, Justice, Ten of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, whatever this venture is, it promises the hope of success, or not the hope, but the fulfillment of success. And then we have Knight of Pentacles. So this is putting you in a better position financially to make you feel like you're on solid footing. It's might feel slower than you want, but it's like stable. It's good decisions. And yeah, this could be two different people. The Page of Cups is like information, like a message, and then the Knight of Pentacles is an offer. So the Page of Cups, it could be a message of inspiration, like an idea, be an idea about collaborating with someone, signing a contract with someone. Justice could be balance being restored too. So if you had like a tumultuous relationship with this person in the past, it looks like it's being balanced. And then 10 of Pentacles, long-term stability is on the horizon. Chariot is, so the Chariot is, you see there's two sphinxes down there. One of them is white and one of them is black. So this is about humility. Sometimes you might not see eye to eye. You might feel like you're in opposing positions or having different visions for what you both want for your lives. And it doesn't mean that the relationship is wrong or bad or broken. It just means that it's a time that calls for humility, intense humility. And then the Knight of Pentacles is, as long as you're doing that, it's going to be fortuitous financially and nervous system stability wise. Okay, Page of Cups. Clarify Page of Cups. I think Jupiter is in Leo right now, and I'm dreaming of moving to Florida and visiting Disney World every single day. Okay, we have the Six of Swords, clarifying the Page of Cups. So this is leaving a period of tumultuousness behind in search of better shores. So it could be that a period of no contact is coming to an end, or a period of negotiations in a court case are coming to an end and about to be resolved. You're being set up for a brighter day or a better, like you might have felt like you were struggling for a long time, and that's about to be set right to where you're not worrying about your future so much. Clarify Justice. By the way, I still think some of my other tarot readers still have their little gimmicks, because part of YouTube is there's a showiness to it. You know, you've got to adapt to make sure you're not too boring, stuff like that, or you've got to do things to boost engagement. At least some tarot readers feel like that. But all of my favorite readers, I do think, are genuinely psychic and genuinely good, even if, you know, they have their little things. Okay, Strength. Strength is clarifying Justice. So this means this arrangement that you're coming to, like you're working out the details, figuring out what's best for both people. Whatever this agreement is, it's strong enough to withstand the test of time. Clarify. By the way, I just burned sage, and I don't know what this is called. Is it Palo Santo? I don't know. And I had a latte, so two things that definitely are going to make me scratchy. Okay, we got the Star. Amazing. So that's clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. And so this is all of your dreams coming to fruition, your dreams of long-term stability. The Star is also following whatever this tumultuous time is. There's hope always after a hard time. This would be like if your house got taken up by a tornado. Hope is when you start, like you're on the other side of grief and you're ready to start rebuilding your future. And it's getting what you want too, like a wish. Wishing upon a star. It's having a dream come true. All right, clarifying the Chariot is the Four of Swords. And so that is already just so wild, like what I already said. This is about having humility when you don't see eye to eye. You might have, usually when we interact with people from our past, Eckhart Tolle says that your pain body is more likely to get triggered then. And so this just calls for whenever you get triggered by this person, rather than allowing it to burn the house down, Six of Swords, you pause and reflect, offer it up to a higher power, and ask for healing. Pray for a Hail Mary. Do the mercy prayer, Lord have mercy on me, while thinking about the situation. These are just examples of things you might do in order to make a different choice, like evolve. Sometimes what we believe is right isn't always true. So it's important to have discernment. And I'm not saying your conscience is wrong, but sometimes we don't know the difference. And sometimes what society tells us is 100% accurate. Sometimes society doesn't go deep enough. So go deeper. Go deeper. Pray. Be willing to question your most precious beliefs and ask for help. Okay, clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Clarify Knight of Pentacles. Whoa, I can't do that. Like practically half of the deck fell out. So the Lovers is on top of that though. Okay. So many cards fell out. I don't really want to read all that, but yeah, I would say the Lovers is definitely part of it, but let me go ahead and if whatever card of that wants to come back out, I'll let it come back out. But the Knight of Pentacles, like I said, was an offer. So it could be an offer of something that you get to make a choice about. You have a choice about something, or whoever you're dealing with has a choice about something. But obviously, since this is your reading, this is you having a choice. And could have something to do with romance. All right. Clarify Knight of Pentacles. Oh, by the way, I don't normally wear these beads. I usually wear them on a fanny pack when I leave the house. A few years ago, I had depression so bad. I was so out of alignment with my soul. I was fawning to the nines. I had terrible boundaries when it came to people that were close to me. I was in a really unhealthy relationship at the time, terrified to come to Jesus and have everything made right. Eventually did that whole journey. And anyway, so that's where all these beads came from. I spent like $100 on beads, which at the time could get you 10 bracelets. Now they're like $25 a piece. Anyway, I know Otter Spirit sells beads, and a lot of tarot and astrology readers do brand partnerships with them, but they're expensive. They're out of my budget. Okay, so Knight of Wands. So definitely somebody is offering you something. They're offering you passion and stability. And it looks like a small offer, but they are sincere about it. This is what both of you want, is long-term stability. Both of you, this is the wish that both of you hold. You just seem to have different approaches about it. And that's why there's the white sphinx and the black sphinx here. It represents opposing points of view. So it is going to definitely take as much presence as you can afford to have. If you have a belief that has held you back in the past, or if you've had a position that has held you back in the past, and I don't mean go against yourself. I don't mean fawn or put someone else, like, don't compromise if you feel like you're selling yourself short. But you might genuinely arrive at a different position than you held before, and not because you're repressing your own needs and wants, but because you genuinely see through your old position. Like, what was motivating you? Was it conditioning? Even if society would be on your side in that position, you have an opportunity to win by seeing the bigger picture. So yeah, so definitely, I mean, you've got an opportunity for passion and forward movement and rest and security and stability. And because the Lovers popped out there, it looks like you have a choice, a genuine choice. So choose wisely. Hope you like this reading. If you want a personal reading with me, the link will be in the description, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.